Alright, mainly you're going to want to pot up in the bank. This account does not have super antifires, so this is a guide of, well, not really a guide, but watch how I kill it, and you should definitely learn. You will see that this account is 99 magic, and using Bloodfire Barrage, but due to taking into account the low defense level and that this is actually a lot quicker with melee, just more dangerous. So if you're thinking, oh man, this 99 mage, this is a pretty good account, you take a lot of damage. And my ability bar isn't even set up that great, so don't go letting yourself down. If you have any questions, message me. I will help you as much as possible. And if you really need me to make a video, I have done this with this account with just melee. It's just really dangerous on that last phase. I would recommend bringing magic. And do remember that I am pretty sure regular magic actually has a higher max hit. The only reason I am using Bloodfire Barrage is for the little heals I do get. It doesn't heal you that much, to be honest. And I would have more food left over, but I do safe block because I'm not used to such low health, because I am a maxed out player and I use this account for low level guides and stuff. But if you do this, make sure you have Metamorphosis as your last ability on your bar, because I didn't, so that is also a reason why the kills are, well, the kills are relatively slowish, but that's mainly because of the last phase, and you'll see why on that, because with the Queen Black Dragon, she can change her, I guess you'd call it form. She's got a crystal form and a blue form. And what the crystal form is, it's resistant to range and melee attacks, but weak to magic attacks. And her blue form is the opposite, and in that last phase, she turned blue twice on me. Now, why I have the anti-fire shield on me is to dodge those and only take 1,000 damage. I think I'd take 2,000 damage each time if I did not have that on. So definitely keep that in mind. I'd also take a lot less damage if I dodged those shadows, but I am so used to having soul split and stuff that I do not dodge them. And this account does not even have augury, so keep that in mind. With augury, you could probably get a lot quicker kills. But mainly the only issue with the souls is you take 1,000 damage. You can dodge it pretty easily. You just have to move when you see it spawn and say something, like right as it says something, do something. Well, move on the corner of it and it'll damage itself and you won't take any damage. Now when you run into those artifacts in the back, use an ability when you're going to, well, right as you click on it, and it should bring you out of there and you'll be good there. You won't have to really worry. Now do try to go through the fires, but if they're too far away, just run through a fire. Do not stay and take a fire, because you'll take 2,000 damage. Right here you can see the crystal form. And you see that I hit very well. I hit a 2,000, 3,200, and then 1,600, 1,800. I just demolished this phase because she enters her crystal form. So that was relatively good on my part. And a thing to remember is if you do accidentally attack something else, you will be targeting that. So be careful with where you're clicking if you want to use those abilities to get off from there. Now, whenever you see a soul talk on the final form, make sure to kill it, because if you get time stopped, you are more than likely going to die, unless you have over 6,000 health, or she just spams her range attack or heals from her minions. Now, when you see that in the chat box, if you have a royal crossbow, and this is why you're looking at this guide, you have to be in the middle, and you have to brandish it, and you're more than likely going to have to take a death right there, because you just get hit massive if you're in front of her. So just keep that in mind, and watch out for when these souls spawn. Do not have low health when you see the several of her captive tortured souls are spawned, because you'll take, I think it's around 4,000 damage, but you can move sideways and have one take all the damage for you like that one did. And I only took 2 or 3 hits from the soul, I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see there, you mainly, when you're doing this, watch on the corners, because the souls that do time stops generally always spawn on, I almost said snakes. No, not shoulders. Corners. There we go. Dang S words. But as you see, she does also spam her fire attacks a lot in this kill, so it's another reason why it's so long, but it only was 5 minutes, so it's really not that bad. And I did get a decent drop from pre-EOC, that would have been really good to get. And as you see there, she goes blue again, which means she's not weak to mage or anything, so I'm just going to be hitting less. And auto attack these guys if they're getting healed, because that will do multi-damage. The only way you can get multi-damage out of a barrage, other than using chain, is just standing still. So definitely keep that in mind. If they're healing, well, if she's healing, not them, just hit one, but don't use any abilities, and if they're close to each other, you're just going to be hitting them all, which is good for you, because she'll be healing less. Don't let her heal. Not a good idea. So keep that in mind, and it should help you. Just mainly make sure to watch out in the chat for her super fire breath and get that anti-fire shield on when she does it, or you're going to take some large chunk of damage. But other than that, it's relatively easy. Just put Metamorphosis on your bar and you should be good. And as you see there, I took 1275 damage, and there I thought she was dead. But it was a pretty easy kill. I had a good amount of food left. I didn't even need prayer pots, to be honest, but that's because I was using penance. And there's a resistance to resistance to dragonfire. And here's a loot. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, just PM me, and I'll make sure to help you.